Greetings again from the upper room. Ecclesiastes 5 verse 11 says, "As goods increase, so do those who consume them. And what benefit are they to the owners except to feast their eyes on them?" Welcome to Life is a Test. These are life lessons from King Solomon, part 34. In our last devotion, we looked at the first problem with money, which was the lack of satisfaction. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11 states that God has put eternity in our hearts, yet a careful examination of our hearts is the desire for more material things rather than more of God. In essence, we labor to eat and drink and have more riches, more estates, more cars, more clothing, and everything materialistic. But money does not really satisfy the soul. Today, we will focus on the next problem with money, which is money does not stay. Towards the end of chapter 5, Solomon describes a man who, despite his great wealth, remains grateful to God, acknowledging his prosperity as a gift from the Almighty. This man enjoys his blessings with a heart of gratitude. However, in chapter 6, we were presented with another wealthy man who, although equally blessed with material wealth and social status, is unable to enjoy his possessions. Described as afflicted by an evil disease, this man's wealth is ultimately enjoyed by strangers. Outwardly, he epitomizes success and commands respect, yet he is unable to appreciate his accomplishments fully. Tragically, his wealth and status are squandered, either through poor choices, misfortune, or an untimely death, leaving him unfulfilled despite his prosperity. Solomon notes that wealth is naturally fleeting, slipping through one's fingers like grains of sand. Just as quickly as it is acquired, it can also be lost, leaving the wealthy individual feeling anxious, restless, and unable to find the peace and rest that should accompany material abundance. The pursuit of wealth leads to the ongoing challenge of sustaining and growing it, which requires continuous investments, expansions, and increased productivity efforts. Those with great riches often feel compelled to pour more capital into the business ventures, whether that means branching out to new markets, acquiring additional assets, or hiring a larger workforce. The underlying goal is to generate even greater productivity and profits, steadily multiplying their wealth. However, as wealth grows, so do the complications. Wealthy individuals must spend more to secure their assets with insurance, hire financial advisors, accountants, and legal experts to professionally manage their fortunes. This relentless drive for accumulation ultimately brings new responsibilities rather than the peace that the wealth was expected to provide. Another example is a person who wins the lottery, which can be a life-changing event, but often comes with unexpected challenges and complications. At first, it seemed like a dream come true, all those financial worries and burdens suddenly vanishing in an instant. However, the ecstasy of the win can quickly give way to a whole new set of problems. Suddenly, the person may find themselves inundated with requests and demands from long-lost friends, distant relatives, and even complete strangers, all hoping to get a piece of the pie. Additionally, the sudden wealth can unearth deep-seated family tensions, and arguments may erupt over how the money should be spent or distributed, threatening to tear relationships apart. The person who won may find themselves questioning whether their winnings were truly worth it. Ultimately, the lottery win becomes a double-edged sword, a blessing that also unleashes a Pandora box of problems the winner never anticipated facing. We live in a society that is different from what it was 10 or 15 years ago. And this dramatic shift is largely due to the rapid advancement of knowledge and technology. Innovations in fields like computer science, telecommunications, and medical research have radically transformed nearly every aspect of modern life. The increase of smartphones, high-speed internet, and social media platforms have dramatically changed how we communicate, access information, and even form relationships with one another. As societies progress and material wealth grows, more people indulge in the abundance of goods. Alongside this growth in material wealth, the number of people who consume and indulge in these plentiful goods also rises. However, for those who accumulate wealth, the true benefit is limited, offering little more than the fleeting satisfaction of gazing upon their own accumulation of possessions. Proverbs 23 verse 45 cautions us against the common human tendency to become absorbed in the pursuit of wealth and material possession and keep and see those as the ultimate goal and purpose of life. The verse tells us not to overwork to be rich or to fix our eyes on wealth, for riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away like an eagle towards heaven. This powerful metaphor conveys how the material abundance we so desperately crave can just as quickly vanish, leaving us feeling empty, dissatisfied, and disillusioned. Just as quickly as wealth is gained, it can also vanish, leaving the greedy person feeling dissatisfied. Solomon recognizes from experience that the relentless drive to accumulate more and more wealth can become an all-consuming obsession, causing one to neglect higher spiritual and relational priorities. So what is Solomon saying to us? What should we be doing instead? The wisdom imparted here urges us to step back, take stock, and realize that the ceaseless accumulation of wealth is a futile endeavor that ultimately leaves the soul unsatisfied. We are encouraged to have a more balanced perspective, focusing on our time, energy, and passion towards the lasting treasures of wisdom, understanding, and having a right relationship with God. True and lasting contentment comes not from material wealth, but from spiritual richness, inner peace, and purposeful living. We are called to invest in what truly matters, such as acts of service, spiritual growth, and the pursuits that will nourish both our mind and our spirit. In a world often focused on wealth and status, we must guard our hearts against the lure of possessions and focus instead on eternal values and relationships. Thank you for joining us for this devotion. You're welcome to attend our weekly prayer meetings with the Upper Room family every Wednesday morning. Additionally, we invite women to join the Wailing Women group on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is an opportunity to connect with other women, receive prayer, and find encouragement. For more information, please reach out to us on WhatsApp at 441-519-8087. Until next time, let us find the balance and align our lives with our deepest values and highest callings so that we can experience the fulfillment and rewards that far surpass any temporary comfort found in earthly riches. God bless you.